Hello, thanks for joining us. I'm Mary Calvi. It's haunting video of Camp Mystic after the floodwaters receded. 27 campers and counselors lost their lives here. And this is what was left behind: wrecked cabins and this heartbreaking images. The trunks the kids brought to camp with all their belongings inside are now lined up in a row. Stephen Fabian has more on the heartbreaking video.
The heartbreaking new video shows all that's left of beloved Camp Mystic. Brightly colored trunks belonging to the campers and just recovered from the floods are laid out like little coffins. And we're learning new details about the final hours at the campsite before disaster struck. This was the scene as youngsters frolicked happily under the hot Texas sun earlier in the day. There were exciting team games and giddy dancing in the dining hall. But chaos struck as they slept, muddy water inundating the bunks. A camp nurse captured these videos as the fortunate ones made their escape. They were shuttled to safety in a caravan of open pickup trucks and witnessed devastation all around them. Cars picked up by the raging waters piled together.
Oh my God! Look at those cars!
After they were put aboard a bus to be reunited with their families, they broke into a haunting rendition of Amazing Grace.
I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
And there were tense moments today as local officials were bombarded with questions about whether they acted on early warnings from the National Weather Service.
Your community is asking these questions.
And we will get answers. Right now, all of our resources are focused to recovery.
Who was in charge of the Emergency Operations Center at the time that was getting any briefing?
Do we have another question?
And the family of the 22-year-old woman who survived by clinging to this tree is speaking out. Devin Smith was swept downriver for 20 miles. 4 other family members were killed.
The condition she was in and of itself is a miracle that she made it out and made it out alive.
How is she doing?
Mentally she's struggling. Not only did she go through the trauma of what she witnessed, but we had to give the news that her dad had passed and that her mom is still unaccounted for, and my brother and sister, which are relatives of hers, they're still missing.
Among those trying to come to terms with the disaster were all the campers who spent summers at Camp Mystic through the years. They say the place was magical, and all who went there share a special, never-ending bond. Amber Cogliano reports.
It's the beloved summer camp that has formed treasured memories for generations of youngsters. Camp Mystic alumni say the lessons learned and friendships formed in carefree days like these stayed with them into adulthood.
Counselor Pop-Up Party!
This video is a tribute to the Mystic camp counselors. It was put together in 2020 during the pandemic. Old Lang Syne is set to never to be forgotten images.
The name of Mystic says it all. That place is an absolute mystic place.
April and Sierra attended Camp Mystic in the early 1990s. That's her with her fellow campers. What was it like for you?
It's fantastic. You have arts and crafts, you have horseback riding, soccer, archery, but really the most important thing about Camp Mystic was the friendships you made. Those bonds and friendships last a lifetime.
Camp Mystic has a storied history. It was established almost 100 years ago, and over the decades, the leading families of Texas have sent their girls there.
Camp Mystic was my happy place and the happy place of generations of Johnsons.
I spoke to Lucy Baines Johnson, daughter of the late President Lyndon Baines Johnson. That's her at Camp Mystic in June 1958, and that's her sister Linda.
You learn humility, you learn how to work together, you learn how to love, you learn how to feel like you belong.
After all these years, Lucy still remembers the songs she learned at Camp Mystic.
There's a camp on the Guadalupe River. It is the camp of my dreams.
That same song was performed at a memorial service in Dallas yesterday.
Camp on the Guadalupe River. It's the camp of my dreams.
Both these former campers say they're devastated at the fate that has befallen this beloved Texas institution.
My children and I and my grandchildren have just cried our hearts out for days.
It's an absolute gut punch. It's unfathomable, and I can't wrap my head around it.
President Trump confirmed today he and the First Lady will visit the site of the floods this Friday.